Hello and welcome to my video about Luminar 3.0.2. Unfortunately, this recording had some problems and I don't really know what it was, but I tried to correct the problems the best I could, so I'm really sorry about that, but sometimes stuff like that happens. Anyway, let's jump into the video. Hello my friends, welcome to my channel. Today we are actually going to take a look at Luminar 3. So Luminar 3 actually got a big update today, or at least I think it's pretty big. It's the update 3.0.2, and in this update there's a lot of performance tweaks and catalog tweaks. So let's just take a look and see what's new in Luminar 3. For Windows there's many performance improvements and new features. So subfolder management. Subfolders make it easy to organize your library. Subfolders are folders nested inside other folders in your catalog, and they link directly to real folders on your hard drive. So that's really awesome. Finally they have put that in, so you don't have to create albums all the time. You can actually create a subfolder directly inside of Luminar. Sweet. So you can also delete subfolders, and you can choose to delete it from the catalog, or you can delete it altogether from both the catalog and the hard drive. You can also locate a folder. I don't know if I have ever needed this, but yeah, it's in there. So have you moved or copied photos to a new location? If so, the folders you moved or copied will be marked as offline in your Luminar library. You can right click on an offline folder and choose locate folder to find it at its new location and reconnect the file. So that's of course sweet. If you ever had that problem, I'm sure it's kind of frustrating. So that's pretty sweet. So improvements when adding folders. If you change your mind when adding a folder, just click cancel to stop the current task. That's sweet, of course, because then you can actually abort the process, and of course that's a process that can take really a long time. So good job. Offline file alerts. See an alert indicating unavailable files and folders. So then you go back to the locate the folder thing. Improve navigation. Quickly switch between gallery and single image views with dedicated toolbar buttons. So let's see if we can actually see those buttons. Okay, so it must be these buttons. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty sweet. Shortcut keys. Take advantage of new keyboard shortcuts for view, looks, navigation, masks, tools, and edit. So I don't know what those keyboard shortcuts are. That's pretty interesting. Let's see if it's the same as in Lightroom. So D for edit. Yeah, that's actually nice. So G for gallery. Sweet. So then we have some shortcuts to use. It would have been sweet if they actually told us in the changelog here what kind of keyboard shortcuts they have added. Anyway, there's new languages supported. Performance improvements. Photo importing. You'll see much faster import times when adding new photos and folders to the catalog. Oh, sweet. That's really good, because I've noticed some people that are complaining about that in the forums and stuff, so that's really nice. So Skylum are actually listening to their customers, and I always love to see that when companies are actually making changes that the community want. So faster launching, stability, yeah, that's always nice. So let's see what's new for the Mac users. Database management. Your Luminar image catalog database is now automatically backed up to preserve your edits and metadata. You can control the frequency of backups with the new preference panel. Why isn't that in the Windows version? I think that's kind of strange. Yeah, maybe it was there already. I don't know, because I'm not using the Windows version. Preference panel. So back to the database management, or the frequency of backups. In the preference panel, take control of your preferences by choosing Luminar 3 preferences. You can specify options for cache catalog and automatic backup. Finally, you have some other options than only where your catalog is. So let's take a look at that. So let's go into Luminar 3 preferences. Okay, so you have the cache there. So max file for caching now is 30.25 gigabyte on my settings. So I'm actually going to up that a bit. Yeah, let's give it 80 gigabytes. Auto backup, max size for backup, I'm actually going to increase that as well. So let's make it around 8. Frequency. So I'm actually using the Apple Time Machine. So I'm not sure I actually need to back up as often as 20 minutes. So I'm actually going to go to once per session instead. Yeah, so that's the new preference options, and that's really sweet. So thank you, Skylum, to actually add this so we can be able to boost our caches as we want. Improved handoffs. If you're working with a raw file or 16-bit image and use the file open in command, a high quality 16-bit file will be exported. And this is probably what I'm most excited about. That's the Aurora HDR integration. So easily hand off bracketed photos to merge in Aurora HDR. Just select multiple images in your library and choose File Open in Aurora HDR. Please note that when sending images, your original unmodified photos are used. Of course they are. When finished in Aurora HDR, be sure to save a TIFF or JPEG file back to the original folder to add it to your Luminar library. Okay, so this is pretty nice, but in my opinion, it should be that when you actually go into Aurora HDR with bracketed files and change the files, when you close Aurora HDR, it should automatically put it back into your folder where you took the photos from and save a TIFF file. Or at least it should be an option to do this. I'm sorry, but yeah, it's not good enough, but at least it's something. Okay, so here we are with the locate folder again, so that's nice. Safer imports and copies. Luminar will alert you if you try to import or copy more files to a destination that doesn't have enough storage space. Okay, that's good. Improved exports. If you try to export images that already exists in a location, you will be asked whether the files should be overwritten or renamed. That's actually really nice. So we have some performance improvements. So improved moving. When files are moved between an external and an internal drive, the images aren't duplicated in your library. Ooh, that's really sweet. Thank you. Improved folder management. Are you done with a folder? You can now remove parent, that's the root folder in the directory you are working, from your library and delete them from your hard drive as well. Improved sRGB exports. Some cameras showed color shifts when exporting with the sRGB profile. This has been addressed. So I actually saw a couple of photos on Instagram where a Luminar user actually added them and highlighted that problem. So it did look a bit ugly, to be honest. Improved Luminar 3 project files. The opening of native Luminar files created on Windows has been improved. Okay, sweet. Stability. Thank you for reporting various issues. This version of Luminar offers general stability improvements. Yeah, that's nice. But I've had a few hard crashes. But it's nice that the stability is fixed. And they have added some new cameras. And then you have how to update. That should be pretty basic, so I'm not going to go into that. Okay, so something weird happened to the recording here, so I'm really happy about this update. It's a good update, I feel. It's nice to know that Skylum are actually listening to the community. That's the most important thing when you're actually trying to be professional and work with the tools we have available. So it's really sweet. Thanks a lot to Skylum. And if you want to buy Luminar or Aurora HDR, you can do so by clicking on the links in the description. It will give you $10 off the price. So that's really nice. And if you like this video, please click on the thumbs up button. And of course, if you want to, please click on that subscribe button and tick the bell so you can be a part of this little community. Thanks a lot for watching, and I hope to see you again. Goodbye.